Welcome back to Timeless Women Charm, a place for women who believe great style should feel personal, polished, and wonderfully unforced. Clothes can change quickly. Your sense of self does not have to. The most captivating wardrobe is rarely the one with the greatest number of garments. It is the one where each choice feels intentional. When you understand which shapes suit your proportions, which colors brighten your presence, which materials fit your routine, and which details genuinely feel like you, dressing becomes simpler. That is the quiet power of enduring style. Your clothes begin to speak in a voice that belongs to you. If you enjoy refined outfits, practical elegance, and thoughtful ways to make everyday dressing feel special, stay here. Before we begin, subscribe to Timeless Women Charm and leave a like if you want more inspiration built around confidence rather than constant consumption. Start by changing the way you see your closet. Instead of treating it like a crowded collection of possibilities, imagine it as a personal toolkit. Every item should have a reason to exist. A pale button-down, for instance, can take on completely different moods. Pair it with tailored navy trousers, and it feels professional. Tuck it into a flowing midi skirt, and the impression becomes softer. Wear it open over a simple camisole with relaxed jeans, and it becomes effortless. One piece can tell several stories. That is why styling often matters more than accumulation. Before reaching for another accessory, another print, or another decorative feature, look at the outfit as a whole. Does it already have enough visual information? Often, restraint creates the stronger impression. A clean jacket, with an excellent shoulder line, can accomplish more than a heavily embellished layer. A narrow belt can quietly organize a loose dress. A beautifully cut overcoat can elevate ordinary knitwear without demanding attention for itself. Good style does not always ask to be noticed immediately. Sometimes it reveals itself through balance. Color offers another opportunity to develop that balance. A wardrobe does not need to resemble a rainbow to feel expressive. Imagine combining oatmeal, black, stone, deep olive, warm white, and burgundy. Those shades can move easily between seasons while giving brighter colors a stable foundation. Then introduce personality selectively. A saffron blouse might become the focal point beneath a neutral blazer. A dusty blue coat could refresh an outfit built from cream and brown. A plum scarf might bring unexpected richness to a charcoal sweater. The point is not to make color disappear. It is to decide which color deserves the leading role. When several strong shades compete equally, an outfit can feel restless. When one carries the emphasis and the others quietly support it, the result often feels more sophisticated. Accessories can follow the same philosophy. A geometric pendant may provide interest against a plain neckline. A patterned silk scarf can give a simple trench coat a distinctive signature. A handbag in a deep berry shade can connect subtly with a lipstick, shoe, or bracelet. You do not need everything to match. You need enough visual relationships for the outfit to feel intentional. Texture creates those relationships too. Think about how different a monochromatic outfit can feel when it combines brushed cashmere, smooth suede, crisp poplin, and softly grained leather. The palette stays quiet, yet the surfaces keep the eye interested. A chunky knit with a fluid skirt creates contrast. A suede shoe beside polished trousers introduces softness. A crisp cotton shirt under a textured jacket gives an otherwise restrained combination more depth. Texture is especially useful when you prefer understated colors. It keeps simplicity from becoming dull. Fabric choice also influences how elegant a garment appears. A material with graceful movement can make a simple skirt look fluid rather than ordinary. A substantial knit can hold a shape beautifully without feeling restrictive. A finely woven wool jacket can provide structure while remaining comfortable enough for long days. The lesson is straightforward. When choosing between more decoration and better material often wins. The same is true of construction. A garment can look attractive on a hanger and behave completely differently once worn. Seams, lining, closures, hems, and finishing details all influence how long a piece remains useful and how confidently it sits on the body. This is where thoughtful shopping becomes important. Do not judge a garment only by its first impression. Move in it, sit down, raise your arms, walk a few steps. See whether it continues to look right while you live normally. Comfort is not something that should be added after elegance. It belongs inside the definition. A beautifully tailored jacket that prevents natural movement is not truly serving you. A gorgeous pair of shoes that changes your stride is not an elegant solution. A dress that constantly requires adjustment will eventually distract you from everything around you. The best clothes almost disappear while you wear them. You remember the occasion, the conversation, the place you visited, not the waistband that needed fixing every 10 minutes. This is why your wardrobe should reflect your real schedule. If you spend your days moving between appointments, prioritize adaptable pieces. If your work requires polished clothing, develop a reliable collection of jackets, trousers, skirts, and dresses that can combine easily. If your lifestyle is casual, choose relaxed pieces with refined details rather than forcing yourself into clothes that feel unnatural. Style becomes stronger when it cooperates with reality. Versatility can multiply what you already own. Take a simple pleated skirt with a fitted knit and loafers. It can feel relaxed and modern. Add a silk blouse and delicate jewelry for a more feminine setting. Bring in a structured jacket and heeled shoes, and the same skirt becomes appropriate for a formal occasion. The garment stays constant. Your choices around it create the transformation. A cream-colored trouser can work just as hard. Pair it with denim and a flat shoe for an easy weekend. Add a fine turtleneck and long coat when the weather cools. Introduce a bright blouse and elegant earrings for an evening gathering. This is how a smaller wardrobe can create many outfits. The secret is compatibility. Pieces should be able to meet one another without requiring a completely different supporting cast every time. That idea can save money as well as closet space. Before purchasing something new, mentally place it beside several items you already own. Imagine at least 3 occasions where you would actually wear it. Think about your existing shoes, coats, bags, and jewelry. Then ask one uncomfortable but useful question. Would I still want this if nobody else were wearing it? That question separates personal attraction from temporary excitement. Another useful question is whether you are buying the garment itself or buying the fantasy surrounding it. A dramatic evening dress may look extraordinary under store lighting, yet if your calendar rarely includes formal events, it may spend most of its life untouched. A beautiful linen jacket, on the other hand, might become one of your most used purchases because it fits your ordinary routine. Usefulness has its own kind of luxury. So does repetition. Wearing a favorite garment frequently does not make your wardrobe boring. It can make your style recognizable. You may find that a particular jacket appears again and again, paired with different colors and proportions. Perhaps one handbag becomes your everyday signature. Maybe a certain pair of earrings works so naturally with your face that you reach for them without thinking. Those repeated choices create continuity, and continuity creates identity. Price alone does not determine quality. A costly garment can still be poorly suited to your lifestyle, while a reasonably priced piece can become invaluable because the cut, fabric, and function are right. Look for durability. Examine the seams. Notice the fabric's recovery. Check whether the shape holds after movement. Consider whether the garment can survive the care routine you are realistically willing to give it. A piece is not a good investment simply because it was expensive. It becomes valuable when you actually use it. Accessories deserve this same discipline. They should finish the outfit, not overwhelm it. If the neckline is already dramatic, a simple earring may be enough. If the clothing is extremely clean, a distinctive bracelet or necklace can introduce personality. If the silhouette is loose, a defined belt can restore visual structure. Think of accessories as punctuation. You rarely need every punctuation mark at once. Shoes deserve special attention because they change the entire posture of an outfit. A refined sneaker can make tailored trousers feel contemporary. A pointed flat can lengthen the visual line without requiring a high heel. A low suede boot can ground a flowing dress during cooler weather. A polished loafer can give denim an unexpectedly sophisticated finish. The best shoe is not simply attractive. It should support the way you move through the day. Then consider proportion. This is one of the most useful styling principles because it remains relevant even when fashion changes. A cropped jacket can work beautifully with a high-waisted, wide-leg trouser because the shorter top defines the waist while the fuller lower half creates movement. A long cardigan may look more balanced with a narrow trouser or straight skirt. A voluminous blouse can feel intentional when paired with a cleaner bottom half. None of these combinations is a universal law. They are visual relationships. Train yourself to notice them. Look at the amount of fabric above and below the waist. Observe where hems stop. Notice whether a sleeve ends at an interesting point or cuts across the widest part of the arm. Pay attention to whether the outfit creates a clear line through the body. You do not need dozens of styling rules once you learn to observe proportion. Your eye begins doing the work. This is also where individuality enters. Inspiration is useful, but imitation has limits. A dramatic monochrome look might feel powerful on one woman and strangely unlike herself on another. Someone may adore sharp tailoring, while another woman feels most confident in fluid shapes. Neither approach has ownership of elegance. Your preferences matter. Perhaps you love long dresses and delicate necklaces. Perhaps your ideal uniform is ankle trousers, a crisp shirt, and one striking ring. Maybe you prefer relaxed denim with luxurious knitwear. You could enjoy strong colors, or you might feel happiest in shades of cream, navy, and taupe. Style does not require you to fit a predetermined feminine template. It requires you to recognize yourself. That recognition develops gradually. You learn which necklines frame your face beautifully. You notice which fabrics make you feel comfortable. You discover that one jacket length consistently works with your favorite shoes. You realize that certain colors make you look rested, while others leave you feeling washed out. Even mistakes contribute to that knowledge. A trend that looked exciting online may become inconvenient once you wear it. A beautiful print may prove difficult to combine. A delicate fabric may demand maintenance you simply do not have time for. That is not wasted experience. Every disappointing purchase can teach you something about your actual preferences. Eventually, this knowledge makes trends less intimidating. You can admire a new silhouette without adopting it. You can enjoy a seasonal color while deciding whether it belongs in your wardrobe. You can borrow one modern detail and let everything else remain unmistakably yours. That is independence in style. Fashion becomes a resource instead of a set of instructions. You decide what enters your wardrobe. You decide what leaves. You decide what deserves another season. A personal style can evolve without losing its identity. Perhaps you once preferred fitted jackets and now appreciate softer tailoring. Maybe you used to avoid bright colors and have recently discovered a shade of orange that makes you feel energized. You might begin wearing scarves, simplify your jewelry, or trade formal shoes for elegant flats. Evolution does not erase consistency. It demonstrates that your style is alive. The same idea applies to confidence. Clothing can influence how you feel, but confidence cannot be purchased through a designer label. Imagine a woman in an uncomplicated gray dress. The dress may not be remarkable on its own, yet if she feels comfortable in it, stands with ease, and moves naturally, the entire look can become compelling. Now imagine an elaborate outfit worn by someone who keeps questioning every detail. The clothes may be impressive, but the person feels hidden inside them. Presence changes everything. Posture affects the silhouette. Movement affects the fabric. Facial expression affects the impression an outfit creates. When you feel at home in your clothing, that comfort becomes visible. So timeless elegance is not simply a matter of selecting attractive garments. It is a way of making choices that respect who you are. Choose clothing that gives your body room to breathe. Select shades that make you feel awake and confident. Favor fabrics that behave well during your normal routine. Keep details that bring genuine pleasure rather than obligation. Let your wardrobe encourage you instead of demanding that you become someone else. At Timeless Women Charm, the goal is not to give you a strict uniform, it is to help you develop an eye. Study the combinations you see. Ask why a certain outfit feels balanced. Notice how one strong piece changes an otherwise quiet look. Observe how texture, proportion, and color work together. Then translate those lessons into your own wardrobe. You do not need to copy the exact outfit. Take the principle, make it yours. A wardrobe can become more elegant through subtraction as much as addition. Remove the pieces that consistently disappoint you. Move aside items that belong to an imagined lifestyle you no longer live. Keep the garments that make getting dressed easier and more enjoyable. Then look at what remains. You may be surprised by how much possibility was already there. A familiar jacket can feel completely different with a new belt. A dress you stopped wearing may become useful when layered differently. A neglected pair of trousers may suddenly work once you find the right shoe. Before shopping, experiment with what you already own. Your next great outfit may be hiding in plain sight. There is also freedom in repeating yourself. You do not need a different visual identity every morning. A signature combination can become reassuring. A favorite color palette can simplify decisions. A reliable silhouette can make dressing faster while still leaving room for creativity. The woman who knows her wardrobe well often looks more polished with fewer choices. She is not trying to impress the closet, she is using it. Let your clothes support your actual life. If you travel frequently, build around pieces that layer and combine easily. If your days are mostly relaxed, prioritize fabrics that feel good and silhouettes that move naturally. If you attend formal events regularly, create a dependable foundation before collecting unusual statement pieces. Your wardrobe should make your life easier, not more complicated. And as your circumstances change, allow the wardrobe to change with them. Personal style is not a museum exhibit. It can grow, simplify, become bolder, become quieter, or shift toward entirely new preferences. What matters is that the direction remains yours. There is a particular confidence that arrives when you stop asking whether an outfit is fashionable enough and begin asking whether it expresses you well. That question is much more useful. Does the color flatter you? Does the shape feel natural? Can you move comfortably? Will you reach for this piece again? Does it work with what you already own? Does wearing it make you feel more present? Those questions lead toward a wardrobe with purpose, and purpose creates elegance. You do not need to chase every new collection. You do not need a closet full of dramatic pieces. You do not need permission to wear something repeatedly because it makes you feel wonderful. You need awareness. Awareness of your proportions, awareness of your lifestyle, awareness of your preferences, awareness of what genuinely earns space in your wardrobe. Once that awareness grows, shopping becomes calmer. You can walk past something beautiful without needing to own it. You can appreciate another woman's style without feeling that yours is lacking. You can recognize a trend, enjoy it, and still decide that your own wardrobe has a different direction. That is when personal style starts feeling like freedom. Your clothes become tools for expression rather than tests you must pass. And the most memorable woman in the room is not necessarily the one wearing the newest or most expensive outfit. Often, she is the one who looks completely comfortable being herself. Her clothing feels coherent, her colors feel intentional, her accessories feel personal, her movement feels natural. Nothing seems forced. That quiet certainty is difficult to manufacture and impossible to buy, so build toward it slowly. Keep the garments that serve you. Improve the fit where necessary. Experiment with combinations before purchasing more. Use color deliberately. Let texture create interest. Allow accessories to reveal personality. Choose shoes that support your movement. And above everything else, protect your comfort. Because when comfort and refinement meet, confidence has room to appear. If today's ideas gave you a fresh perspective, subscribe to Timeless Women Charm, press like, and send this video to someone who is rediscovering her own style. Then open your wardrobe, not your shopping app, and take another look. Which pieces still make you feel excellent? Which combinations have you forgotten? Which items belong to an older version of your life? Which simple garment could become more interesting with a different partner? Those questions may lead you somewhere more valuable than another purchase. They may lead you toward clarity. Trends will continue arriving. Colors will shift. Silhouettes will expand and contract. New collections will appear every season. You do not have to follow every turn. Your style can remain flexible without becoming directionless. Let it reflect your experience. Let it accommodate your changing life. Let it become simpler, where simplicity serves you, and more expressive, where expression feels right. There is no deadline for discovering your signature. There is no perfect number of garments. There is no single formula that defines sophisticated femininity. There is only the gradual process of learning what makes you feel comfortable, capable, beautiful, and unmistakably yourself. That knowledge is the foundation of a wardrobe that lasts, and when clothing begins supporting that knowledge, instead of competing with it, getting dressed becomes something very different. It becomes a small daily act of self-respect. You choose with intention. You move with ease. You stop second-guessing every detail. You know what belongs to you. And that is the kind of elegance that can remain compelling long after a particular trend has disappeared. Build less noise. Choose more meaning. Wear what supports the woman you are becoming. That is where personal style becomes truly timeless.